Hi everyone, welcome to this video where I'll be showing you how to conduct a cost-benefit analysis on whether you should insource or outsource your fulfillment to 3PL. I've designed this especially for e-commerce businesses and more broadly, physical product business models. Okay, so within the spreadsheet, there are 5 tabs that I want you to look at. The first one is just some basic instructions in addition to this video I've prepared for you. The second tab is a summary of the output. The first is the fixed cost data, the second is the unit sales data, and the third is the 3PL data input. Okay, so let's start with the first part, which is entering your fixed cost information. So just keep in mind before we start, any of the yellow cells are input cells. So don't touch anything else except the yellow cells for your data inputs. Of course, you can manipulate this spreadsheet if you need to. So what we want to do here is really understand how much your current fulfillment operations are currently costing you. So for this case study, I've used the FY19 financial year, which in Australia is for the year ended 30 June 2019. You can choose whatever analysis period you want, as long as you keep it consistent throughout the rest of the analysis. Okay, so we're starting off with quantifying the shipping and postage to customers. So you can get all this information from your accounting system. Just download a profit and loss statement for the analysis period that you're looking at, and you can then get the information. So first one, shipping and postage to customers, enter that information in. Warehouse staff, so understand, again, pull out a payroll report from your accounting system to understand how much your current wages are costing you for your fulfillment currently, or the on-cost associated. So generally calculate, quantify all the training, bonuses, maybe any software subscription they're associated with the warehouse fulfillment. Warehouse rent, okay, so rent and then on costs, so utilities, insurance, et cetera, and then any kind of capital expenses that you're incurring for your current arrangement as well. Examples might be warehouse, forklifts, any just general depreciation on any fixtures and fittings that you've installed in your warehouse. So the result is you calculate the total fixed costs per period, and you can also then actually add the number of employees that you're using for current fulfillment. Okay, so that's the total fixed costs. Next we want to do is start to break down that fixed cost per unit. So again, it's the same analysis period. What we want to do is understand how many units you sold for that analysis period. Now, this information can be extracted from your sales platform. Examples are Shopify, Ecommerce, Magento, BigCommerce, like any of your sales platforms. Generate a report from that system and understand what the total units sold for the analysis period. Now, what we want to do then is break down the units into a number of orders. So a really simple way to do this is either insert key and input yourself from your sales platform, or you can actually just find an average by getting the average unit sold per order or the basket size, put into here, and what you'll be left with is the total orders per annum from your business. So what I want to do now is work out what the average fixed cost per order, and that's simply the total fixed costs, which you've calculated in the first spreadsheet, divided by total orders, and you get a rate per order. Now, the other cool thing is that you can actually then quantify a number of orders per employee. So if you filled in that employee number in the first tab, you'll get an average order per employee metric. Now, this is not required for this cost benefit analysis, but what it is used for is to set kind of a benchmark for your business to understand how scalable your company is into the future if you decide to continue with insourcing your fulfillment. Okay, so now let's move into what it looks like under a 3PL. So in this tab, I've got a very basic rate card that we've built and quantified in this spreadsheet. So start from the top, we've got the total orders per annum, which we calculated in the second tab. What we want to do now is work out what your average return rate. So returns are a real cost to business because your 3PLs will charge a rate per return. So we need to understand what the current return rate is for your company. And then we split down the specifics depending on the 3PL provider. So number of cartons, so we'll work out how many products there are per box, how many SKUs that you're processing every year or every period. Now we'll start quantifying your pick and pack, and then any other kind of rates, any expenses on top of that. So any rework, some non-standard requests, and examples of that might be, putting little packages on, special special customers who are returning examples. There's some basic examples. And then finally is the shipping rate. So some 3PLs have cheaper shipping rates compared to what you could get directly to market. So it's important that you quantify those. And you can, again, edit this spreadsheet depending on whether you charge for shipping, whether, the way it's expressed, et cetera, et cetera. So what you're left with is a total expense per the 3PL arrangement. So if you go back to your summary, what we can do is now compare the total expenses in your your current arrangement versus what it might look like with a 3PL. Now, in this particular case study, the business is better off by about $200,000 per annum if they outsource their fulfillment and logistics to a 3PL provider. So this is a really basic cost-benefit analysis to help you understand how you can use your data to inform strategic decisions. So that's it for now. Pretty short video. If you have any questions, just feel free to email me. My email is jason@sbo.financial, and I'll be happy to help. Thanks.